Wink News begins with breaking news.
A standoff of more than 8 hours has ended, and the man at the center is now in police custody. Good morning. It's Wednesday, April 30th. I'm Therese O'Shea. That breaking news overnight as Fort Myers police tell Wink News the suspect is 51-year-old Thomas Murray. This all started just before 6 o'clock Tuesday evening in the 1800 block of Winkler Avenue. And Wink News has team coverage now at 4:30. Wink News reporters Vanessa Rufus and John Treeweiler both out live on the story. So let's first go live to John at the scene. He's been there throughout the night. John, what can you tell us about what happened overnight?
Well, Trace, good morning to you. Police really just cleared the scene here just a little bit ago. What we can tell you is, like you said, been a very active, very fluid night out here for Fort Myers police. It was about, like you said, all evening they were out here. That house in question is just about a half block down that way where he was being held up inside. The SWAT team was out here, obviously using a lot of precaution. They were very concerned because he was said to have a large number of weapons and ammunition inside this house. It was about 1 o'clock in the morning when the SWAT team used a flashbang device, entered the house to search for Murray. It was a little bit later, about an hour after that actually, when some investigators were searching through the house, that they spotted Murray somewhere on the property. A little bit of a chase ensued. There were some taser shots that were fired, and then Murray was taken into police custody and he was transported to the hospital. Now, he is facing several charges this morning, one of those being possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. And of course, believe it or not, this standoff actually happened by a nearby school, a nearby elementary school, and that's where Vanessa Rufus is for us live this morning to continue our team coverage with reaction on that. Vanessa?
Yeah, John, we're here in front of Orangewood Elementary School. This is just a couple blocks down the street from where everything went down. Folks in this entire neighborhood told by police to evacuate voluntarily, and if they chose to stay in their homes, that they had to lock their doors and windows. As we told you before, as all of this was happening, some of these side streets were shut down. A lot of folks came home to find all of this happening. The heavy police presence certainly keeping some of these neighbors on edge, but they tell us even while all of this seemed very chaotic, they applaud the police for how they handled the situation.
They've just been terrific folks, and they didn't scare anybody. They asked very gently and very nicely with a giant gun in his hand. And so for my own safety, I left.
What? Now, with this heavy police presence, Wink News did contact the Lee County School District to see if Orangewood Elementary School was placed on lockdown. While all of this was happening, the school district told us that they weren't aware that the standoff was occurring. Of course, this is a developing story, and we'll continue to follow it and bring you the latest information as soon as it comes in. Reporting live in Fort Myers, Vanessa Rufus, Wink News this morning.
Thanks a lot, Vanessa. We want to get a check now of our weather this morning, and we are starting out nice and quiet, nice and warm again this morning. Some highs back into the low 90s. Therese?
All right, thank you, Joey. An alleged child rapist behind bars this morning, and Only Wink News was there just moments after police took down Luis De Jesus. According to the child's mother, she came out of the shower and allegedly found De Jesus raping her toddler, and she fought him and he ran away. According to Fort Myers police, De Jesus ran about 1.5 miles down the road to Veronica Shoemaker Boulevard, and that's where they took him down after spotting him running from the brush.
We received a call from a woman that was distraught, said that her young child had been raped. Officers flooded the area. They ended up spotting a male coming out of the brush here on Shoemaker and detained him.
Now, that child's mother tells police De Jesus was at the house to work on her car. If convicted, he would spend the rest of his life in jail, as capital sexual battery is an automatic life sentence. Of course, you can count on Wink News to bring you any new information as soon as it becomes available. Right now, more storms and possible tornadoes are threatening the South and Midwest for a 4th day in a row. At least 35 people have been killed and many more injured. Wink News reporter Alexis Christoforous has more on the cleanup effort.
This is a safe room.
Dickie and Mary Jane Shannon credit a fortified room in their new Valonia, Arkansas home. Alexis Christoforous, CBS News, Mayflower, Arkansas.
In all, a total of 16 states could be hit with severe weather by the time this storm system all winds down. And check this out. This is the flooding along the I-10 corridor in Pensacola on Tuesday night. It's reported the city received up to 18 inches of rain in 22 hours. Those showers are expected to die down later on this morning, but some shocking images there. Violence in the Ukraine is showing no sign of letting up. On Tuesday, hundreds of pro-Russian separatists stormed government buildings in one of Ukraine's provincial capitals and raised the Russian flag. Moscow maintains it's playing no role in the chaos and has threatened to reconsider the role of Western firms in Russian energy deals. Well, Los Angeles Clippers owner Donald Sterling has been banned for life from the National Basketball Association. He was also fined $2.5 million stemming from racist comments he allegedly made. The NBA commissioner is also calling on Sterling to sell his team.
As for Mr. Sterling's ownership interest in the Clippers, I will urge the Board of Governors to exercise its authority to force a sale of the team, and will do everything in my power to ensure that that happens.
The Clippers posted a simple message on their webpage saying, quote, "We are one." Well, all new on Wink this morning, a bar in Vancouver is pushing your food curiosity to the limit with a $60 5,000-calorie cocktail. Get this, the bar is called Score on Davy, and their newest creation is called the Caesar. The drink is topped with burgers, mac and cheese, hot dogs, chicken wings, and a brownie. There's also the grilled Caesar, which comes with a deep-fried pickle, a grilled cheese sandwich, and onion rings. I could hear Joey thinking over there, that sounds absolutely disgusting, but I hope that drink comes with a side of antacid. You know I'd try it, though. You know that, right? Coming up right after the break, Wink News meteorologist Joey Zovan will be back in with your weather on the Ones. You're watching Southwest Florida's news leader, Wink News, this morning.